I've done the math and I've eaten over 6,000 tacos so far in my life. It's taco night! Okay, I'm always eating tacos. It's kind of a family joke since forever. But these tacos are sort of my specialty. Juicy, slow-cooked chicken that just shreds apart. Actually, you can use this chicken for a lot of Mexican dishes, but more on that another time. First, let's get the chicken down. First, we're going to brown the chicken breast in just a little oil. You want to just brown it, not cook it through. Now that the chicken is nice and brown on both sides, we're going to take it out the pot and set it aside for a moment. I like to just use the lid to minimize dishes. We're going to begin this dish like most delicious things begin, with onions and garlic. Lots of garlic. Add in your bay leaves or lagerblad. As soon as your pot begins to get a little too brown, add in a splash of vinegar. It will sizzle and release all of the nice brown bits from the bottom of the pan. This lets more deliciousness get into the chicken. And a little splash of water to keep things from burning. Add in a knob of tomato paste, your cumin, your chili powder, and oregano. And finally, salt. And the main event, smoked paprika. Using good smoked paprika has upped my food game by at least 25%. Seriously, it is worth the money. Then add a nice lager beer. The beer helps to break down the meat and gives a really nice flavor. But if you don't happen to have beer, then just use water. I love a little heat, so I'm going to add a few dried chilies. Here I have a New Mexico chili. It's pretty mild. I also have a chipotle pepper and a couple of random red chilies I found in the cabinet. You can also just use some red chili flakes. Let that heat up to a nice simmer, then put on the lid and turn it down low. We're going to let that simmer nice and slow and low so the meat just falls apart. I've already prepped the toppings for our tacos, all except the cheese. Now, I have a whole entry on it on my blog, but queso fresco is the best cheese for these tacos, but not the easiest to find where I live. What I do instead is simply pick up some feta cheese and soak it in cold water for 5 to 10 minutes. This takes out some of the salt, and boom, you have the best substitution for queso fresco. The meat might not look like much at first, but after half an hour or so, it will start to fall apart. But it's not ready yet. Let it keep simmering. So this meat has been simmering for quite some time. I pretty much just let the meat simmer until I can't take it anymore and I have to eat it, which is more or less an hour. Now that the chicken is perfectly done and it's nice and shredded and just deliciously juicy, I'm going to take it off the heat and let it sit for a few minutes so the juices can settle. Okay, so here is our delicious, juicy, shredded chicken. And I also have some nice corn tortillas here. And if you would like to make some of your own, check out my episode over here. This meat has so much flavor that I want to keep the toppings simple. So, I'm just going to put on a little of our queso fresco. A little coriander or cilantro. A little red onion. And next, I have a little quick pickled radish. I just sprinkled on a little vinegar and a little salt on these radish. And that's all. I'll see you guys next week. Visit Americulinariska.com for more tips and recipes. Don't forget to subscribe.